Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on SOFI on February 25th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $14.08. And my main assumption was that potentially we have to retest $13.51, and then we might anticipate its next movement, and we had basically a couple of options. And guys, take a look right here. We were basically at this point, then we had another attempt to retest $13.51, and for now we have this bounce. And I have to admit that this movement to the downside potentially doesn't have proper subdivision, and I can see a quite risky setup, quite risky bull setup, and I will show you within next several minutes. On top of that, guys, I will show you crucial levels for this asset that will confirm, that will prove or disprove this breakdown. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, guys, for now I added the gold tier for limited 10 vacant places, and the only difference in between these two tiers is this one. Discord access member will have all the data for the potential trades, for the potential tickers that you should be aware of, but the gold tier members will have the exact setups with the stop loss and take profit orders. They will have the exact notifications when and how they should trade certain asset. On top of that, for each and every member, I will do a weekly 30 minutes Zoom calls in order to answer their question and in order to teach them how to properly use technical analysis and how to be successful trader. That is why, guys, for some of you, this might be a game changer opportunity. And if you want to drastically enhance your trading skills, feel free to invest in yourself. And guys, here is the latest update of my Patreon account. You can see that just several days ago, just 2 days ago, I made this forecast, for example, on Tesla, that Tesla should have a trend reversal at the range in between $266 and $282. And previously, guys, I told to my Patreons that it has to have the trend reversal right here, somewhere in between 266 and 272. But take a look at the real price action of Tesla. Here is the 5 minutes time frame, and we hit exactly the range, exactly $276. And I told to my patrons to accumulate it below 282. And since my call, guys, this asset is up by at least 4.5%. And definitely it is a very good call. And believe me, I made a lot of this type of predictions in my Patreon. You can see that I explained a lot from the fundamental point of view and from the technical point of view as well. And one of my previous calls was quite successful call on Amazon. Let me show you this as well in details. So here it is. As you can see, we had from our accumulation point about 5.5% of potential profit within just several sessions, and my prediction was made back in, as you can see, February 21st, with the exact levels where we might have a trend reversal. And definitely, guys, if you want to be a part of this community, feel free to join my Patreon.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, and where we are on a price chart, let's zoom out to a daily time frame and let me show you that this asset completed. Let me turn off all the tools. It's a third wave to the upside, and potentially, guys, we have the top of our major wave, the most powerful wave right here at $17.14. Then we have A, B, and we are forming the retracement to the C wave, and it is quite tricky, but to be honest, so far we are on nowhere's territory. and I will show you what I'm talking about within just several minutes. And for now, let's take a look at some fundamentals. First of all, I want to pay attention to the consensus analyst price targets. And according to MarketBeat, the consensus analyst price target for the next 12 months is $12.5, which implies about 13.61% of downside potential. And among 16 analysts, we have 4 analysts who suggest to sell, 6 analysts who suggest to hold, and 6 analysts who suggest to buy. And guys, on your right side, you can see that the lowest price target for SOFI is $3, the highest is $20. We have a tremendous spread in between these two prices. On top of that, at tipranks.com, we have the consensus analyst price target at the level of $14.31. And I have to admit that it is pretty much exactly at our current price of $14.47. This means a lot of investors, a lot of analytic firms are anticipating some kind of fluctuations around $14 mark. And to be honest, guys, I will show you crucial levels that will prove or disprove potentially this theory that we might hover for quite some time. In around $14.4, $14.5 mark. I will show you this just in several minutes, but let's take a look at the most recent update that was made by Jefferies. They reiterated their rating on February 26, just a couple of days ago, and let me show you what price targets did they set. So here you can see that Jefferies Financial Group raised the price target on SOFI Technologies from $12 to $13 mark and gave the company a buy rating. And they did it 6 days ago, but the price target is just $13, which means, guys, they are anticipating to be pretty much at the same level in 1 year. And I have to admit that we don't have a certainty from the sentiment that you can find on Google search results. If you type in Google search bar SOFI stock and switch to news tab folder, you can see that we don't have any news that potentially could be a catalyst. All this news just ordinary statements of its current price and what will be the price for SOFI for next, let's say, 5 years. And to be honest, guys, I don't like this type of predictions because in 2030, no one will remember what was the price target from a random analytic firm back in 2025. But here you can see that they are not so bullish in general. They have the highest price target that is set on 2030 at the level of $17.56, which is 9.41% of upside potential from the level of $16.05. So I have to say that you cannot rely on this straight line of its growth within the next 5 years. From the technical standpoint, guys, it will always be movement to the upside followed by the retracement, movement to the upside, retracement, upside retracement, upside retracement, and this price action will be pretty much infinite price action, and you will not see any types of straight lines in the certain assets, except if you take a look at some kind of indices. Yes, SPY, for example, is pretty much the straight line. It has quite significant movement to the upside without significant retracement. But it is an index that is not related to the particular company. It is related to the market in general. And guys, let me show you quite bullish news on SOFI. First of all, I want to pay attention to this chart again, and we have the highest level of institutional ownership of SOFI stocks ever for basically this asset. And I have to admit that it shows that a lot of investors want to see SOFI stock in their investment portfolios. But the most interesting part you can find right here. This is the list of the recent filings, and as you can see, on February 28th, Vanguard opened completely new position on SOFI with a value of about $11.5 million. Another branch of Vanguard added to its current position about 1.85%. And guys, I have to admit that it is not the end. Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund Investor Shares also added 6.43% to its quite substantial value of almost $500 million. And that is why I think the major movement to the upside might happen within next several months. And to be honest, we have, but not we, but SOFI has a very lucrative fundamental position. They are growing rapidly, despite the fact that they already grew in the majority of their indicators for the last couple of years, but the upside potential is still extremely high. And that is why, guys, let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next? Let's turn on all the tools. And let me zoom into this most recent price action. Let's switch to hourly time frame. And as usual, I have to admit that potentially this price action that hit its all-time high, not all-time high, but swing high at the very end of January is nothing else but an extension in a B wave, potential extension in a B wave. And we are forming the C wave. If it is the case, guys, so we have to have 5 waves to the downside in our C wave. And for now, depending on the breakdown, we might have potential. This is our first wave. Second, we are forming the third wave. Then we might have a retracement to the fourth and another leg to the downside that will complete the fifth wave. But at the same time, guys, we touched this level of about $13.51 for the second time and had a quite decent bounce. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a proper volume to be let's say a trend reversal, a potential trend reversal. But I also have quite interesting and very risky bullish setup, and the setup is following. If you add to your position right here with the stop loss slightly below this bottom, your potential price target might be the top of its B wave, and the risk to reward ratio in this case might be up to 3.69 to 1 with an upside potential of 28.28% for the next I would say couple of weeks. But guys, the downside potential is also quite high, about 7.66%. And that is why if you want to benefit out of this very risky long position, you have to accumulate your position to the downside, not to the upside, but to the downside. And in this case, guys, the stop loss order will be at the same level, and the take profit order will be also at the same level. But with your dollar cost averaging to the downside, you will drastically improve your risk to reward ratio and you will reduce your risks by just tiny 3.5% with an upside potential of more than 34%. So I think it is quite decent but very risky setup, and it is up to you. Do you want to risk your capital or not? Otherwise, guys, wait when the market reveals itself, or wait for the end of potential C wave. And if it happens, it will be much decent, much more lucrative with less risks long position. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack.